Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, and today we're gonna answer another question from you.
So someone asked, hi, any info on the shops you bought your building materials from? For example, kitchen units, etc., flooring and paint. Thanks.
So first of all, we don't supply a lot of building materials because we're looking for a builder who is supplying their own materials, and because we don't want to be bothered with so many nitty-gritty things like this thing doesn't fit, that is the wrong one, this is out of stock. We are doing several projects at a time usually, so we don't want to be bothered with that. But having said that, we still supply some things.
We are not builders ourselves. We haven't done any building works, so we actually need to rely on our builders to know what they are doing. Our electricians, our plumbers, they normally, we are not fussy about where do builders get their timber or plaster boards, or electricians, their wires and pipings. We don't care where they get all these from. We trust that they know what they're doing and they do a good job. And on the topic about builders and how we find our builders, that would be on another video, so make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel so you don't miss our next video. But I do say that we like to specify our own sort of on the surface stuff, so stuff that you can see yourself. For example, the tiles, sometimes carpets, paint color, and also kitchen. All this sort of interior designy stuff, we would like to specify where they come from.
So we specify what we want, and where the builder gets it from is up to them. Usually it's a local supplier. We are in touch with our builder. Sometimes we even just go to their supplier and we are picking what we want. So that obviously depends where the project is.
So today we are going to share with you guys 3 tips how we go about finding our building materials. And if you stay till the end, there will also be a bonus tip on furniture sourcing.
Tip number 1 is get trade accounts with your merchants. For example, your B&Q, your Screwfix, Howdens. It just makes it easier when they already have your information, because every time you buy more things, you just tell them this is your account number, and then they just put it on there. Maybe you get electronic statements, which makes it easier for bookkeeping as well.
Most of the times your builders would have like a credit trade account with these merchants. They would be able to pay for the materials first.
That was one point where we noticed, should we pay a builder upfront for materials? But then we realized, well, they have their credit accounts with their suppliers, so they don't have to pay upfront either. So why do we have to pay upfront? And that was really a good point that we realized with working with them.
Tip number 2. Some suppliers will actually price match. For example, we have been using magnet kitchen for our kitchens in our single family houses. It's because we are in a membership where you get great discounts. Their kitchens come in really good quality, and they're mostly all pre-assembled, so the builder literally just put the units in place and just screw them in. But Howdens, they actually do price match for really good prices as well, and their kitchens are also pre-assembled and really good quality. So we have recently switched to Howdens for our last couple of projects, and the experience, I would say, have been good. And on the point about price matching, for paint companies, there are some that also do color matching. So for example, Johnston Trade, we have a membership with them that give us really good trade discounts. They color match with all brands of paint, so including your Farrow and Ball, Benjamin Moore, like really kind of high-end premium quality brand paints. We use Benjamin Moore Grey in our last project.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. I've got it off other people who have seen the paint with great coverage and good quality, but it's actually quite pricey. So when you go to Johnston Trade, they would actually color match it. So they would mix the paint with the exact formula, similar quality of Benjamin Moore paint. You get the idea.
Yeah. And tip number 3 is there are some things that you should source locally. For example, we are sourcing our carpets and the floorings, blinds, bathroom tiles, all that we source locally.
There are all these small local like carpet shop or flooring shop that have them wholesale into their shop, and then they would provide like the contractor to fit them. So you often can get these floorings, for example, supply and fit for just one price, and it's often very reasonable because they are local, they don't need to travel far. Then often, you know, 3 or 5 shops around you, so make sure you speak to the owner or speak to the people in there and ask for the price. They're often very competitive. Thank you for staying till the end, and here is your bonus tip in this video. It's about furniture. In terms of furniture, we see a lot of landlords providing very high-end sort of rooms, and we often think, where do they get these furniture from? And actually, when you dig deeper, you can get really good quality furniture for affordable prices at, you know, places like Dunelm, Argos, even Ikea has good furniture. Yeah, they are often very stylish. So when you get good furniture that also looks good on photos, you have photo taken and a room will end up looking really high-end.
In regards to where to get your furniture from, we have tried 2 different approaches. One is we buy everything ourselves and then we assemble it ourselves. What we realized is we should have probably gotten someone in to assemble all that, because they just deliver to the ground floor, it's all there, you have to carry it all in your rooms, assemble it yourself, and then you have to get rid of all the trash, which is fine if you have the time and the energy and you want to do all that. But what we have done in our recent project was we approached a company that does all that for us, so they deliver it pre-assembled, they carry it into all the rooms, into the position where it should go, and they take away all the trash, all the wrapping with them, and 2 hours later you just have the whole house furnished, and that's it. Costs a bit more, but the service you get is just phenomenal. So
at the end of the day, it's up to you. Are you going to be super hands-on and super involved in, you know, organizing all the trades, ordering all the materials, and doing all the work yourself? Or you would rather, you know, value your time, pay someone to do it, pay a good contractor, pay a good project manager to schedule and organize everything for you. For us, we do a bit of both. We like to be hands-on on the stuff that you see on the surface, because that matters to us the most, because that's when, you know, when you are taking the photos and you put them out for advertising for tenants, that's what tenants see the immediately. So that's where we step in and get involved the most. But apart from that, anything, you know, behind walls, we're not bothered about that. We know, you know, building materials are pretty standard, you know, pipes and wires and whatnot. So we'll let our builders get on with it.
If you found that video helpful, then give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.
Other YouTubers.
Yeah. And then for...
Where's some?